Howdy friends, welcome back to the Eclectic Sam YouTube channel and welcome back to my eclectic corner of YouTube where I talk about all things eBay and thrifting and reselling, and also from time to time you might see a video from me about traveling or even history and other things. Before we get started, you see down below that subscribe button. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps me out. Plus, it gives you the ability to see what's coming in the future. Excuse the lighting for this first part of this video. I'm back in my house. I went out to the eBay shed and forgot my camera. So I brought the things in here, and we'll just show you what's sold in here. This is probably going to be my new thing. I forget my camera sometimes when I go out to the shed. But I'm learning with this shed, new things, new adventures. Today is January 15th, Friday, and we sold 4 items yesterday. Let me show you what they were. I ran a sale on a few items yesterday, and that helped my sales, of course. And of course, like I've been talking in my previous videos, I've started listing on a regular basis more, so looks like things are picking up. First thing I sold was this vintage Fila polo shirt, and that sold for $22.39 plus shipping. I'm sorry, $22.39 with free shipping, and I had about $5 into that shirt. Next, we have this cool vintage Flash Cleaners tin can that came from a junk lot that I bought at an auction a long time ago. That was one of the things that I pulled from my death pile to list as soon as I got into the eBay building, and it sold for $15.99 plus shipping. I always keep a lookout for vintage tin cans, especially if they have real neat graphics on them. If you saw my last video, you'll know that I like to sell vintage ephemera, which is vintage paper things. And these 2 items sold to one customer. The first item was this vintage Monarch Machine tool company, and it sold for $19.99. It's a brochure for the plant for like visitors that come in and so forth. And on another auction was this flyer, which has got the map of the plant in it, for $15. And both of those came from a junk lot that I got at an auction a long time ago as well. Today's Tuesday, January 19th. We had a 3-day weekend, and I sold a few things. Let me show you what they were. First thing we have here is this Oddfellows Women's Auxiliary ribbon, membership ribbon. You can pause it and read there exactly what Oddfellows were. But I bought that from a buyout at a local antique store that was closing. And I sold it for $19.99 plus shipping. And I believe I had about $7 into that. Now, for those that are just getting into selling antiques on eBay, and you like to find the more kitschy items, or the oddities is what it's called, anything related to the Oddfellows is a guaranteed seller. There are people that collect strictly Oddfellows items. They were basically kind of like a fraternity or a secret group per se, and they had a lot of weird traditions and so forth, and they had things that went towards those traditions, like different robes and stuff like that. So keep an eye out for anything that's an Oddfellows item. Next up are 2 items that came from that big lot of stuff that my friend gave me that she was going to donate, but she'd rather just give it to me. First up is a pair of Mizuno brand exercise tights or capri pants. I sent out a make a best offer for $9.49, and the person accepted it, so they sold for $9.49 plus shipping. If you're not using that best offer to where the seller can send a best offer to people looking at it, make sure that you do that, because you can pick up sales quite a bit doing that. And the next free item from that lot that I got was this pair of Lindy Bop black and white pants. These sold for $14.99. I sent a best offer out on those as well, and sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Lindy Bop is a brand you definitely need to look out for. They went out of business here recently, and their items, they do vintage look items or vintage inspired like dresses and so forth, and they had a big following. So now on the secondary market, they definitely are going to start picking up sales and so forth. So keep an eye out for Lindy Bop. Next up, we have the Saddlebred brand. It's not necessarily a brand that I would normally buy, but it had a real nice travel pattern to the shirt, and so I picked it up. I picked it up at $1 a day, a dollar clearance rack at a local thrift store, and it sold for $14.99 plus shipping. Like I said, I normally wouldn't pull that brand, but keep an eye out for travel shirts with funky prints. Those do sell well for me. Next up is this Santana blue 90s vintage western shirt, back when they did all the color blocking and the multiple colors on shirts and so forth. This shirt sold for $18.99 plus shipping. It is over a pound, so it's going to go by a padded flat rate. And I had $2 into that. It did have some damage to it, so it didn't sell for as much as it should have. It had some faded spots on the shirt, but $2 purchase into $18.99, you can't complain about that. Well, I can't tell you how happy I am that things are starting to pick up for me on eBay, simply by listing every day. I'm only listing 4 items a day, which can be a chore for me at times because of my energy levels, but it's working. So, you know, I'm just about having a sale every day, and it's picking up. And right now, my sales today on the 19th, I have as much sales today as I normally would for an entire month. So the rest of this month is going to be positive. So, you know, things are picking up, and I'm real happy about it. And let's show you back here. If you see back behind me, I hung up one of my diffused lights from the old eBay room, simply because these fluorescent lights that I have in here were putting off a kind of an orangish yellow hue on my photos. So I did that, and it helped quite a bit for my eBay photos. Well, that's about it for this video. I had some good sales, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd like to ask y'all, would y'all like me to, since I've got my death pile in here, insert into some of these videos, maybe pulling a box out and showing you a few things in the death pile? Comment down below and let me know. And if you have any questions, also comment down below. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you can see what's coming in the future. And always hit that like button. But until next time, my friends, I love you. Bye.